All right, so this one is definitely on a lot of Steeler fans' minds here.
What else you got? Okay.
No. You ready? You ready?
Yeah. All right, here we go.
What happened with Cam Sutton yesterday?
I mean, he just put a story up and people lost their mind.
Well, here's the thing, because I asked you about it, so I figure it's something that a lot of people are wondering.
No,
it's not something I dove deep into, but because the whole thing that came out is like, oh, he's not following the Steelers, and then he posted those like cryptic stories to his Instagram. What did he say? Like, watch out. He had like a peace sign.
Watch out, peace sign, and I forgot what else. Maybe a smiley face, but it was all like, it was black with just a little emoji in the bottom corner. To me, I laugh because we always say as athletes, man, you could post anything you want and you can make people kind of lose their mind just being cryptic. And we saw after people went crazy about it, you started to see Vince do it and all the other guys like just make a little bit of fun doing similar cryptic things. Because
I didn't see that.
Yeah, because after the fact, once people realized like, oh yeah, we kind of tripped out. And now you see the players kind of making fun of the fans with that. It was kind of like, all right, we ain't falling for that trap again. But yeah, it's literally, I mean, it could be anything. I don't know what it was. Personally, I haven't like reached out to him and asked him like, hey, but for me, my first thought was, man, it's something at the home. Like, yeah, if I'm posting stuff like that, it's typical. All right, maybe I'm having an issue with somebody on a personal level, whether it's a brother, sister, parents, girlfriend, significant other, like who knows?
Friends, yeah.
Right. But with football, and then especially when oh man, we create this narrative of, well, Devin Bush is hurt. We need to make a trade for Deion Jones. We need to make a do for this.
There were a lot of connections.
Available.
There were a lot of connections to be had with Stephon Gilmore on the trading block. Obviously, the Deion Jones thing. So that's kind of
and who created the Stephon Gilmore trade block as well? They said, oh, he has 1 year left on the deal after this year. Not this year. Next year he has another. He's on the contract in 2022. But it's only 1 year left on the deal. Maybe he's on the move. I'm like, we create these narratives out the blue sometimes. Like, it's just crazy to me, man. Now, I do understand, like, if a guy like Adam Schefter, Ian Rappaport, some of those guys who are connected with GMs and owners, yes, if they say it, it holds a lot more weight. But a lot of the other rumors that you see, man, are strictly that. Rumors, man. It's a media person seeing something, creating a narrative, and then as fans or consumers, we just eat that thing up and roll with it, man.
I think we did that whole segment on Julio Jones potentially getting traded to the Patriots, and I definitely don't think there was anything verifiable about that.
No, it was literally well, man, Julio might be on the move, man. You see they're offloading assets. Oh, the Patriots need a receiver. Oh, it's a perfect matchup. Oh, they traded it with him last year. Mohamed Sanu. Oh, you know what? They might do it again. Now that I think about it, man, I think they are tanking. You know what? They are going to trade him. Trade deadline coming up in a week. Here we go now. And before you know it, you got this big story that's created from what?
It's incredible. Mm-hmm. It's actually incredible just to even if there was a psychologist or sociologist looking from a bird's eye view, just like the human nature of all of it. It's wild, but
crazy.
I did find it funny, but your response was perfect though. Whenever I said, I'm like, yo, what happened with Cam Sutton? You said, I don't know. And then I think I said, like, there was something.
He's not following him anymore.
He said, isn't there something to him not following the Steelers or something like that? And you said, was he even following them before?
Like, when did we know he was following her? And that's the thing. I'm like, first off, Cam Sutton, anybody that watches his social media, he's not very active on social media in the first place. But I'm like, we can't just search in the followers and say, oh, well, he must have just unfollowed him. He's not following the Steelers. Like, who knows when he was or if he ever was? Like, throughout your careers or he's been in Pittsburgh now for multiple seasons. Who knows if he was following, not following? Like, we don't know this. If anyone can show proof that he was following, not because they're tagged in a photo together, like show beforehand that, oh, he was following. You don't have that proof. So that's the biggest thing. That's why I'm always like, and I feel like that all started when you could search in the IG of, let me check the first follow. It's like, bro, hey, come on, man. It's too much, man. It's too. And even if he wasn't following him, who cares? Like, just because you stop following, that means his beef now is bad. Like, no, maybe he just didn't want to follow him. Maybe he keeping his mind clear.
You're right, because the Steelers.
Vince, if you look at Vince Williams on IG, I think he only follows his wife. Is that going to be an issue? Oh, he's not following the Steelers either? Like, what are we talking about here,
That's an interesting point, because the Steelers post Steelers stuff, football stuff, so maybe you find that up on your feed. It's like you want to get away from work.
Absolutely.
Maybe. I mean, if you want to put it that way.
It's multiple people. If you look at people on the roster, just in general with social media, if you go down and look, some guys don't even have social media. Some guys only follow one or two people. Some people follow a ton of people. And it's not as if the Steelers follow every single person on the roster either. If we go and look down the roster and say, do the Steelers follow that team, this player? Oh, the Steelers don't follow them. Maybe they about to cut this player then, huh? Oh, the Steelers don't follow that player. Like, we really wanted to go down that list. Like, that's the rabbit hole in which, when it comes to if a person's following them or not, like, that's what you start going into, man. But, and you hear this all the time, I'm sure, if you go looking for something and you trying to create a narrative, you can find it. If you really look for something, man, you can find a stat, a narrative, and before you know it, you mix it together and you got a little baby right here, man.